Hi guys, it's Kathy. I'm so sorry I'm late. Oh man, I'm never gonna get this right. I'm never gonna get this streaming thing right. Alright, got a new judge today. One for the boys. Literally, that's the only reason I got her. For the boys. So they'll be happy, right? hopefully, hopefully something delicious happens today. You never know, it could. Let me get the correct chat up in here. There we go. Alright, let's press play. CJ, thank you for waking me up. CJ, thank you, thank you. That's right, I'm not late because I press play.
Court is calling People versus Jeffrey Bow, 25 CR 1312, if I can have appearances.
Lene Davis for the people.
Megan Quantock on behalf of Mr. Bao, who appears here in person in custody.
All right, the court's received a petition to enter a plea of guilty. Is this still how we're proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Bow, I'm going to ask you some questions. Make sure you understand what you're
It's
doing, okay? And am I getting your
I
last
love
name
that
correct? Is
word.
it Bow?
Bow, like
Bow.
bow and arrow.
Okay, thank you for that
Thank you,
correction.
Your Honor.
All right. The petition to enter a plea of guilty lets me know that you wish to plead guilty to count 3, no operator's license, which is is it a traffic infraction?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And count 6, unlawful possession of a controlled substance, which is a drug misdemeanor class 1. With the no operator's license, you are looking at a penalty, which is a fine of no less than $15, but no more than $100. And with a DM1, you could be sentenced up to 180 days in the county jail. Do you understand those sentences and the fines that the court can consider?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Regarding sentencing, I will listen to argument from the people, from your attorney, and anything you'd like to tell me, but ultimately sentencing is up to the court. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. This also tells me the district attorney does not object to a 45-day jail sentence with both counts running concurrent and with a dismissal of case number 25M3406 with the plea in this case. Do you also understand the position of the people?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay.
And Judge, I apologize. The only addition to that is there's also one other traffic case that the people are in agreement to dismiss. His name was spelled incorrectly on that one, so we found it later, but that case number is 25T2891.
2891. And just so I'm clear, that's Jefferson County as well?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, Mr. Bowe, did you have enough time to speak with your attorney?
I did, Your Honor.
Okay. And regarding the petition that I received, it looks like you gave your attorney permission to sign this on your behalf. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. And Ms. Quanta, it looks like you signed this on page 7 of the petition. Is that also correct?
Yes.
Okay. So Mr. Bowe, that tells me that you had an opportunity to go through this entire document with your attorney. Is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
Okay. This contains your rights and the rights that you give up by pleading guilty. One of those rights is your right to go to jury trial. At the jury trial, the people would have to prove every element of every charge that you were charged with beyond a reasonable doubt. By pleading guilty, you give up that right. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, pleading guilty could impact your ability to remain in this country?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Have you been satisfied with the advice of your attorney?
Very satisfied. Thank you.
Okay. Has anyone forced you, threatened you, or coerced you to get you to enter into a guilty pleas today?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And if I have not asked you, are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to think clearly?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And Ms. Quantock, Ms. Davis, how are we handling the factual basis?
I'm fine with a waiver or stipulation.
And I have no objection to a waiver, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Bowe, at this time, how do you plead to count 3 no operator's license, which is a traffic infraction?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
And how do you plead to count 6 unlawful possession of a controlled substance, which is a drug misdemeanor class 1?
Guilty, Your Honor.
The court will find the pleas have been made knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. Defendant understands his rights, the nature of the charges, and the possible penalties. Defendant has been represented by effective and competent counsel, and a factual basis has been waived. The court will accept the pleas of guilty to counts 3 and 6. I will dismiss counts 1, 2, 4, and 5. And Ms. Quantock, how are we handling sentencing?
We would ask to go forward to sentencing today, Your Honor.
Do you want to get us started with argument?
Yes, please. So Judge, we are asking the court to impose a short jail sentence here, keeping within the realm of
What?
what the people are asking for, 45 days or something.
What? Wait, I don't understand. He was caught driving without his license, and he had a little bit of drugs in the car. Or did he have a whole lot of drugs in the car? Did I miss something? He was driving without a license. We have people in here who are on their 11th DUI and they don't get jail. This guy was driving without his driver's license and she's asking for 45 days of jail? Wait, this is Colorado. They're not, hard asses in Colorado. Wait.
Unless the court finds that appropriate as well. Judge, Mr. Bowe has a relatively limited criminal history as of recently. This case, and then the dismissed cases, the misdemeanor cases here in Jefferson County, those are the only cases for Mr. Bowe in the past 5 years here, it looks like, on his history. And his history is composed of only misdemeanor convictions. Mr. Bowe also has had a lot of struggles this year specifically, and that also is why he's had a little bit of difficulty with court and appearing for his court dates. However, Judge, he has been in good contact with me the whole time. And I think I told the court that this past time when he was unable to be in court, he was in contact with me the next day. He had a ride that was taking him over to court that the car broke down during that journey, and that's why he missed. But he did quickly go into custody as I told him to turn himself in on the warrant. And he has had the ability to be able to post his bond. It's not extremely high. And so he does have a friend who had offered a few different times to post it for Mr. Bowe, and he declined and said he wanted to stay in custody and handle his cases, which I think really speaks to his accountability taking here as well. The facts of this case are not very aggravated. This is a situation where he had a very expired license plate on the car, which is why he got stopped. And then he proceeded to consent to a search of his vehicle and all of those things when there wasn't otherwise reason to do so. He told the police what he had, and it was a prescription medication that wasn't his medication or his prescription, but it was for a drug that he had been prescribed for a long period of his life. And just with his state of homelessness at that time and his financial situation, just was not able to be going to the doctors. And he does want to take accountability for then obtaining this medication in an illegal way. And that's why he is pleading guilty here with the court. For the struggles that he has had this year.
Oh my God, it just keeps getting worse. I don't understand what's going on here. I mean, I wonder if it was a prescription med, but what was it? I mean, it doesn't matter what it was. It doesn't matter. I don't understand. He's already spent time in jail for this, for driving without a license. We see that every day, all day long. No one goes to jail for it.
That was in April of this year. His daughter unfortunately passed away via suicide. And then in August of this year, his mom passed away. So those were two extremely difficult things for Mr. Bowe. But I think that over the time that I've known him, he's shown a lot of growth and how he's going to use those extremely hard things to move forward and help others going forward. He recently told me about a nonprofit that he is planning to start for specifically for suicide prevention and drug overdose type of things. And Mr. Bo's daughter, her name was Charlie. And so he's come up with the name of Charlie's Angels, which I think is a really sweet name. And he has a really good plan going forward. So given the fact that
Take
he's
my
sincere,
money. Take my money. Where's my money? I need to give him my money. For Charlie's Angels. Man, guys.
general lack of criminal history, especially as of recently, I think he's certainly aged out of crime. I'd ask the court to
What? Don't stop now. Please.
short jail sentence in this matter. If the court imposes more than what he has served already, I would ask the court to consider authorizing work release for Mr. Bo, as he is hopeful to be able to continue to gain some financial stability while he serves a sentence. And he does have 18 days of pre-sentence confinement credit, Judge.
All right, for the people.
Thank you, Your Honor. The people here would only be asking for 45 days jail. And I will note that Mr. Bo does not have very much recent history. However, in his previous history, he was revoked from probation nearly every single time he was on it. So I just don't want to set him up for failure. I know that right now he's doing well and he's got stability and might be able to complete it, but it's also an added expense that I don't think he needs to add into his life when this could be closed out. It's a DM1, so it could be closed out relatively quickly for him. So I don't think that more than the 45 days is necessary. I don't mind giving him credit for the 18 days to go towards that, just so that he can get
You
past
don't
this and
mind?
move on. He's resolving all three of the only 3 open matters he has at the moment. So hopefully this can be a stepping stone to getting back to being law abiding, which he has shown he can do for extended periods of time.
Any restitution?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Bo, what would you like me to know, if anything, regarding sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor. Like my attorney said, this has probably been one of the hardest years of my life. My 12-year-old daughter committed suicide in April, which has led me down to try to deal with this grief and the things I've been having to deal with. And then shortly after that, I lost my mother. And like I'm gonna start people have been wanting me to do this. Friends and people wanted me to start a nonprofit for Charlie, and she, ever since the day she was born, she was a force of nature. She has her own YouTube channel. It's called That One Girl with the Ferret. She has over 30,000 followers. She was just everything that was happy in my life. And ever since she's been gone, I haven't had the will to even go on. Now I have been, I'm sorry to the courts and to the people for my behavior. And from here on out, I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life to helping young children from committing suicide and drug use and homelessness for kids. And when I get it all started, I'd like your support too, Your Honor. And I'm just ashamed of I know she would be ashamed of my actions, and I definitely want to make her proud of me and proud of my actions from this day forward. And that's my plan, Your Honor.
Thank you for that. All right, as to count 3, Mr. Bo, I'm going to sentence you to a fine of $15. As to count 6, I'm going to sentence you to 20 days in the county jail. I'm going to give you pre-sentence confinement credit for 18. I think that that's an appropriate sentence. I'm going to find that no restitution has been requested, so I'm not going to order any restitution. I'm going to dismiss both Jeffco matters 25M 3406 and 25T 2891. I appreciate you letting me know what's going on with you, sir. Okay, and I wish you the best. And I think that this is the most appropriate sentence. So good luck. And good luck with everything. We'll be in recess. You're welcome.
Yeah, that sucked. He got 2 more days in jail he has to do. I don't get it. Look, watch. Next we're gonna have a domestic violence guy come up. Or a DUI guy come up. And they're not Nothing could make me look up that YouTube page. Nothing. Absolutely. It's too sad. So sad. We lost a pretty judge. All right, hold on. We're at 14 minutes. Let's go to 18 minutes.
Understand there was an additional, I guess, an addendum that was filed that alleges on or about September 25th of this year. And again, Ms. Davis, don't make any statements. Any statements could be used against you. I just need to make sure you're aware of this,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That it alleges defendant was arrested and charged on a violation of a protection order in a Jefferson County case. And that it is set for arraignment on November 6th at 8 a.m. in Division A. So that
Yes,
is
ma'am.
what the addendum of the complaint states for the court. Ms. Quantock, how are we proceeding?
Thank you, Judge. I would ask the court to allow us to set this one over either to the 27th or to the next available docket after that for me to be able to review these things with Ms. Davis and meet a little bit further with her.
All right, so I have October 27th next week or November 10th. Any preference, Ms. Quantock?
I will be out on November 10th, so
Well,
the
okay.
27th, although I know it's a little bit busy, so I'm fine with, I'll defer to the people in probation.
I think we could squeeze it in on October 27th. I'm going to set this for a continued status. And Ms. Davis, my understanding is that there was some issues with transportation, but this is
Yes,
an
ma'am. Yes,
it's an
ma'am. I was homeless for the last 4 weeks and I finally have found housing with a
Okay,
new
Ms.
partner of
Davis,
mine, and
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm out in Longmont and I
Ms.
don't have a
Davis, Ms.
license
Davis,
and
hold on, the court's gonna speak right now, okay? Just give her one moment.
So stay in contact with your attorney, but it's an in-court.
No, I'm gonna speak right now. Lacey, 16 months. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Even though I'm late even though I get here late, you're still a member. Even though I cannot be counted on, I am unreliable to the T. You've stayed 16 months. Lacey, thank you. Thank you, I appreciate that. So, the reason I paused is like Colorado. I don't know if they have more homeless than other states that we can stream. So for example, like California, there's a lot of like homeless. I live right near Philly, and you know we have. Oh my gosh! It starts with a K. Keniston Ave, Keniston Road. Come on, what is that place in Philly where all the homeless are? Oh my gosh! I know this. It's just not on my tongue. Anyway, we hear a ton about Colorado's homelessness because they have strict laws against being homeless. Like, you're not allowed to have a tent. If you put a tent up, that is breaking the law. If you put a tent up anywhere, you go to jail. You get arrested and they handcuff you and they take you to jail. So there's this trial going on right now. If you can imagine, the places where you are allowed to put a tent up in Colorado get pretty packed with, thank you, CJ. I could not remember the name. It was right here. no intent. That past tense. I walk past tense. Anyway, there's this island. There's a couple different islands in Colorado where you're allowed to put up tents. So it is just jam packed with people. Not homeless. What is the word you're supposed to use now? I can't remember the word you're supposed to use now. Anyway, I am recording a trial. 3-day trial. Maybe 4. We don't know yet. About an altercation that happened in this camp that I might play. I might play the whole trial. But I only got day 1 yesterday. I got the jury selection, opening statements, and some testimony. I didn't get to hear it all because I was busy. Housing challenge. You're so close. That's right. There's another word, I think. Anyway, but that's might be coming, and that's pretty interesting. We will get a sneak peek into how things work in one of these tent villages where they live when they're homeless in Colorado.
An in-person appearance unless I get a request otherwise, okay? So I'm going to reset this. Don't worry about it. We're reset in 1 week, which is October 27th. And then I'm going to set this at 4 p.m.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Does that work for probation?
No, I cannot be here that late on the 27th. Probation would just be asking at some point, a behavioral health court and a PSI be done. When
Okay.
it gets to.
Do you
that
want,
point.
do you want me to move it up to 2:30?
I could do 2:30.
Okay.
2:30 works for me as well.
2:30, okay. I'll set that at 2:30 on the 27th. I will just note, it's a really, really big docket, in the afternoon, so we'll get it in as soon as we can. All right, thank you, Ms. Davis, for being here.
And judges, people are concerned, especially since Ms. Davis is not present. It's my understanding that she is still not doing everything she needs to do with probation.
Okay,
No.
That's not true.
hold on, Ms.
Ms. Davis.
Davis.
Okay, with pretrial services and the monitor.
That's not true.
Hold on, Ms. Davis.
And with monitored sobriety. So I would ask the court at our next date to have pretrial services do a report since Ms. Davis will be here in person, so that we can understand if she's doing everything that she needs to be doing and to make sure that she can stay out on her bond.
Okay.
May I say something, please?
Ms.
No.
Davis, no, that's okay.
I've ordered Ms. Davis to be here in person for that next court date at 2:30. Mr. Miskey, are you still requesting a pretrial services report?
I would ask for a pretrial services report just so we can have an understanding of what's going on. It's concerning to the people that there's an allegation between the last time we had the new law violation and this one that we ended up with an addendum, and that was one in which not only substances were alleged to have been used, but it was a driving offense as well. So that's concerning to the people for the community safety issues.
Okay, the court will order pretrial services to prepare a report if they can within a week, just so that if there's any updated information regarding compliance for Ms. Davis. But again, Ms. Davis will be here in person at 2:30 on October 27th, which is next Monday.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, and we'll be in recess.
I wanted to hear more from her. Let's bump it ahead a minute.
Is in front of the
gotta
court
get my
regarding
dog.
whether you have violated probation. At the hearing, that is the only issue that would be discussed, because these are technical violations, the people would have to prove them by a preponderance of the evidence. If it's determined that you were in violation, probation could be revoked and you would be resentenced. The court can look at your underlying convictions. Looks like you pled guilty to a class 1 misdemeanor. So you could be looking at a sentence of up to 364 days in the county jail, okay? And again, the court can resentence you to include probation, county jail, or any other appropriate sanction. Do you also understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. I do have an additional copy of the complaint, but you said you had a copy, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Are you planning on applying at the public defender's office or hiring counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. Public defender.
Okay. Have you completed an application yet?
No, I have not.
Okay. The clerk has applications up here as well as a map or guide to the public defender's office. I'm just going to order you, if that is what you would like to do, to go and apply today. And then I will set you on my next docket date, which is October 27th. That's next Monday.
Okay.
Do we know morning or afternoon? What are we looking at, odds or evens? Okay. All right, I can set you at 11 a.m. next Monday. Does that work?
Yes, that does, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set it for status and then we'll be in recess, but if you want to come up and grab that application.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Have fun at work, Sandra.
Just before we set that, could I just confirm what date the court has for Speedy?
I have March 28th.
Okay, thank you.
And am I correct? The people have that date as well?
That's what I have, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I apologize, I may have typoed and told Ms. Summers March 29th, but at least it's within one day.
Noting that Speedy runs on the 28th, the court will set the jury trial to begin on March 17th through the 20th.
Did you read my comment on it, JK?
Yes. We are, okay.
Are you asking me that because I replied with some words like what video? JK, I do, guys. I have another channel called Court Disorder. I started it because I tried to play videos on this channel for like 90 straight days. I don't know if you guys remember. I was pushing out video after video after video, short on this channel for like 90 straight days. And the videos, YouTube wasn't pushing the videos out because of my live streams. So my live streams are 2 freaking hours long every day. Nothing is going to change that. I just want you to know. Nothing in the world is going to, no amount of money is going to change that. Because my live streams are the best part of my, even though I know I overslept for this one, but that doesn't mean I wasn't super excited for it. I'm super excited for my live streams. When I'm at work and I'm dealing with those asshole customers, all I want to do is come back and stream. And with you guys. I want to be with you guys. But it wasn't paying any bills. I make like 18 cents an hour on doing these live streams, which does not pay the bills. So I tried to play videos on this channel. So 90 straight days, I hit it as hard as I could. You guys were there. You guys felt it. Video after video after video after video came out. Short after short after short. Poor Kelly and Monica and comments and watch this video and blah, blah, blah. I mean, they were pushing harder than I was. I wasn't pushing. They were pushing harder than I was. But because of the numbers for my live stream, like the average view duration of one of my live streams for a person is 30 minutes, which is super high. That's a high number. But not 2 hours. Like, people never watch. You guys do. But most people watch 10 minutes. So, like, yeah, so if you guys are watching 2 hours and my average view is 30 minutes, everybody else is watching like 2 minutes or something. And my numbers are dismal on this channel. Dismal. Like, horrible. And it's fine. It's fine. I'm here for just you guys and Replay Crew. And that's not going to change. That's a number one focus, my live streams. OJ is way worse. Like, I don't even have words to describe how bad the numbers are for OJ. Like, YouTube is probably going to send me a plaque. The worst, longest running live stream we've ever had is OJ Simpson trial. I love the OJ Simpson trial. Anyway, I tried real hard. I felt I put out some bangers in that 90 days. Some really good content in that 90 days. And I remember I put out a case from Colorado with with Judge Khan. And it flopped right away on Court Vibes. And this was like the 90th day. I'm trying every single day as hard as I can. And I was like, yeah, that's it. I am done. I'm not doing this anymore. Started a new channel, right? In 14 days, I was monetized. It took 14 days for me playing the exact same crap that I played here for 90 days to get monetized over there. Now, after a channel is monetized, for 18 days, they put you in this bucket where all of your views are throttled because they're trying to figure out which advertisers are good for your channel. So they do all these little micro tests. So 14 days I got monetized, 12 days. September 11th to September 28th. I got monetized on September 28th. I started the channel on September 11th. However many days that is. Well, I don't know now. It's all a blur. So, like, 4 or 5 days ago, I broke free of that 18-day probation thing where my YouTube channel is in this weird advertising throttle bucket where they're trying to figure it out. 17 days I got monetized. Thank you, Zach. And I went through that 18 days of hell where I was getting like 200 views per video and now I'm broken free from it like 2 days ago, and holy moly, I'm watching right now. I can't help it. I got 34,913 views so far in the last 48 hours because I'm finally out of that hell phase. And this is going to pay the bills. This is going to keep the lights on. This is fine. This is going great. So remember, I'm not changing Court Vibes at all. Well, I am. I'm going to start uploading some shorts over here as soon as I have more time. Just to get subs, just to, get my sub count up. Even though those subs don't count. Terry, thank you. And I'm taking everything from this channel and I'm playing it over there. I'm going back through my catalog here and I'm going over there and I'm playing 10 to 20 minute tiny videos without me talking. I'm not in at all. No face. Every once in a while, one of my giggles sneaks into one of those videos because I don't edit the best I could. And they lose their shit. I get comments. Oh my God, I can't believe she's giggling. F you. F you. This is my channel. Why don't I giggle? I'm going to giggle. But no, it takes me forever to scrub out my giggles because I pause too much and I talk too much. I wish I paused because lots of times I don't pause. I just talk over the video. I just laugh right over the video. And like a lot of those I can't get out. A lot of those I just cut the whole piece out and move on. But I've also started a third channel with only one video, low priority. This is hearings. These are long hearings. And I don't plan on this being monetized for a year or two. But this is when we get a long, because I can only play like 10-minute videos over there. Because people who watch YouTube can only watch 10. I'm telling you, if you get someone to sit for 5 minutes for a 10-minute video, that is like elite. Like, that's like really hard to do. People cannot sit through a freaking video. And I don't understand it because me, like once I press play, I can't just stop it in the middle of the video and go. I'll just be wondering for the rest of my life, what the heck happened over there? Yeah. So over for Court Vibes is my live streams and my shorts. Court Disorder is just that pays the bills. And it's going really good, guys. That pays the bills, and that's just 10-minute videos. When I say 10-minute videos, that could mean anywhere from 3-minute videos to 30-minute videos. And then there's Court Access, which is just straight up trials with no talking, just straight up long trials. But that is one video, and I'm not pushing that or trying, or if I get a video, I'm going to put it up there. If I don't, I won't. That's it. So yeah, that way I get the bills paid. But I told you I'm working on something big, and none of this is it. I'm working on something bigger. Well, Crystal, with this something bigger, maybe. You know how I wanted. No, I'm not showing videos on this channel. This is a talking channel. You know how I wanted a food truck? And I bought a food truck, and it didn't work out because I couldn't build it out like I wanted to. And I got rid of that food truck. Well, I've decided to go smaller. And it's going to be freaking fantastic because I'm going to stream the entire thing. It's going to be so great. I am never going to have the cash to just buy a fully built food truck. I'm just not. I know this. I'm not. But this is how I'm going to. I'm going to buy a 10 by 10 canopy. Look, this is all legal. Nothing is against the health department rules. Nothing I'm doing is I'm going to have every permit and health regulation I can possibly have to make sure I don't go to jail for selling muffins like that guy did for driving. So I'm going to buy just a canopy, 2 folding tables, right? So far we're up to like what? $250 right? And then I'm going to find there's factories in Lancaster all over the place. And there's business parks all over the place. Zach, I'm thinking Greenfield Industrial Park, somewhere near FedEx. This is where I'm thinking of starting number 1. Talking to one of the businesses there. 2 days a week, can I come in from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. That will not mess up the stream. I already made sure the stream is perfect. Our live stream is not changing. And I'm just gonna, with my little canopy and tables, sell pastries, coffee, and then like 2 breakfast sandwiches, like bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, and I don't know, a little electric griddle I'm gonna have there. Whip up, 2 things we can wrap in that white see-through paper or wax paper, and they can just grab it and go into their factory and get to work. I mean, I can do that all for like under $2,000. Buy a generator, buy the coffee urns, buy the tablecloths, buy the hand washing system. That I can do. Like, that's freaking doable, right? And if I can just find, 2 or 3 businesses that'll let me come twice a week. Just let me come out twice a week. You can have free coffee. You can have free breakfast. The owners, you can have whatever you want. Just come on out. I can't. My ex-husband works there. Zach, what's your problem? You fight me. Come on. Oh, I'll go to Dart. I'm going to put mushrooms on everything. Yeah, he's allergic to mushrooms. That's not murder. You can put mushrooms on sandwiches. They cannot get me for murder if I sell everything. Even my donuts are going to have mushrooms on it. That's his fault. So, I'm going to put mushrooms on everything I sell now. I don't care where I set up mushrooms. I'm going to call myself the mushroom lady. Oh my gosh. Straight from Australia. I'm the mushroom lady. I just can't fail. Thank you, Zach. Zach, you just shot me into another level. So that's one of the reasons I overslept today. I could not sleep last night because I'm planning this and I'm creating my YouTube, not YouTube, my that's the next part. Hold on. And I'm creating my Amazon list so I can purchase one thing at a time. Blah 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 blah. And then it hit me. I'm going to live stream it all. I'm going to live stream every day. I'm just going to put a camera up in the corner so that it's not facing the people. Like, you'll see hands reaching out for the food and giving me my money. Not a lot of money. Like, coffee's going to be $2, $3 tops. I'm not trying to rob these people. I'm not charging them $8 for a cup of coffee. I'm not. Nothing in the world can make me charge $8. $8 for a cup of coffee. Nothing. No. These are like factory workers that are just hungry and thirsty before they go to work. So, but I'm going to stream the whole thing. 6-7 hour streams. Yeah, people do. But Crystal, wait till you see me talk to customers. It's next level. It's going to be, guys, it's going to be great. I'm working on something big, guys. Huge for me. Huge. I'm working on 17 huge things, but this video channel is this live is my first focus. This live stream is my first focus, I promise. I'm here every morning. I'm late. Sometimes I'm not, but almost every single morning since October of 2023. I mean, I'm here every day because this is my best part of my day. Yes, Terry, yes, there are a lot. So, and it's easy because it's just a canopy. So I can just put it in my Mazda. It'll fit. If I go sideways like this, it'll fit. And everything, the 2 tables will fit in my Mazda. I would have to pull a trailer because my Mazda would not be able to pull a trailer. If I was going to get a food truck or a trailer or anything, I would have to buy a new car to pull it. So I couldn't. and I didn't want one of those carts. The thought of just working out of a cart, but a canopy I can string with like fairy lights, and I can have a nice chalkboard sign, with that I color in colored chalk and make it really pretty. And then my daughter is a baker, and my daughter can make like little mouse-shaped mousse cakes or bunny-shaped carrot cakes. You know what I mean? She can make these little cute stuff that I can't. And then I'm going to put her little card in front of the pastry thing. and she could get orders from that, So what I haven't done yet is found my kitchen. I have to have a kitchen. I am like 80% sure the place I work at now might rent their kitchen to me. They work together with other businesses around them. The other day we were packed. They called up the hotel next to them. Hey, we're out of silverware. Can we have some silverware for a couple hours? And they just, went to next door, grabbed a whole bunch of silverware and came back over. Didn't count it, nothing. No, it's me. Court disorder is me. Disorder was the perfect word, I thought. But, yeah, so I think I have a kitchen. But I'm not going to go to them and ask them until I have my ServSafe manager cert, which is what's required of me to run a mobile food, whatever. I had to get certified. I am certified. So, for permit-wise, the only thing left I need is my menu and a kitchen. So I'm starting my list, and I'm buying one piece at a time, starting with a canopy, because that will morally shoot me up through the moon if I have that canopy. And then I'm going to start streaming it. Obviously not here. It's not a court video. It won't be on Court Vibes. It's probably going to be Vibes. Like Vibes Coffee to Go or something stupid like that. Going to be the name of the YouTube channel. But that's going to be fun. It's going to be all day. I'm going to be able to talk to chat all day long without anybody says, why does she keep talking? It's the whole point, sir. It's the whole point. But wait, yes, JK? Yes, I started another channel. JK left a comment on Court Disorder yesterday or whenever and said something. Oh, sugar. She said something about the video. I cannot remember what she said. I cannot. But I replied to her as Court Disorder and said, what video? She didn't know that was my channel. I thought that was funny because I giggled. But we're going to get back to this cute judge, which it's too tiny. I can't read her name. I'm just going to call her Missy. Because we're here to watch court videos. Remember? A simple yes could have done. All right. Press play.
I have a motions hearing set in the afternoon that day already.
No, Donnelly shut down, thank God. Oh, man, I spent 7 years there.
Let's see.
I worked there for 7 years.
If
Assistant
needed, Your
pressman.
Honor, I was hoping to avoid it, but if needed, I can do the 30th for that morning, or that afternoon. But I know I have the motions that morning as well. So you will just be seeing a lot of me that day.
Available the 30th,
I'm
if
like a
that works for the court.
doorknob.
I can do the
Oh,
30th in the afternoon.
Not in my
Do you
head.
wanna start at 1 or
Sorry,
1:30?
JK. Not in my head.
Either works for me, Your Honor.
And does that work for the people?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll do December 30th at 1:30. And then motions will be due November 30th.
I build up pictures of each of you
Okay.
in my head because I don't
Yes.
get to see you guys. You guys get to see
Yes.
me. It's hard to break out of there.
On the November 24th docket
Sears is
for a
gone,
plea
Terry.
cutoff.
And Your Honor, I apologize. Could we do the December 10th if that works for Ms. Summers, just because I won't be here before that 24th date?
No, Kit Kat, I think.
And I have December 10th, 1 through 4.
I
Ms.
think I
Summers,
flipped
does
them
that
in my
work
head.
For you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Because
We'll
it takes
set-
me a while to realize Kit Kat is not a man. I think I flipped these two. Where's Kit Kat? I know things were going a little difficult, but she hasn't been around. See, I almost said he. She hasn't been around in a while. JK, what did you do to Kit Kat? Had it been... No.
December 10th. And we'll do, could you do a 2 p.m.?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Scott? No.
All right, Ms. Summers, anything additional for your client?
Thank
No,
you.
just thank you.
That makes me
Okay.
feel
Okay,
better.
I'll bring him over in person for if he's still in custody for the motions and jury
Kit
trial.
Kat, if you're watching, we all miss you terribly. No, we're not picking on you,
Good
sir.
afternoon.
Afternoon, Your Honor. We call Mr.
Sir.
Jesse Lopez, please.
Court is calling People versus Jesse Lopez and 25 CR 11.
I know, it sucks.
5. If I can have appearances.
Trevor Maritsky on behalf of the people.
Sarah Vardy on behalf of Mr. Lopez. Mr. Lopez is appearing on bond to my left.
All right. Ms. Sparty, how are we proceeding today?
Your Honor, we essentially do have a resolution. But Mr. Lopez has been serving a work release sentence. And so we're hoping to set
That's
this
good,
over one
CJ.
final time so that he can finalize that, provided some additional mitigation that I can provide to the prosecutor. And then the only other issue, Your Honor, is I did reach out to Mr. Maritsky about this. Mr. Lopez did an alcohol evaluation for the case that he's serving the work release sentence on 24T matter. And I sent that to Mr. Maritsky. I guess our thought was, can we avoid a PSI and another alcohol evaluation given that it's not that old? I know Mr. Maritsky thought perhaps we needed to have one in every
No
case,
idea.
and I just didn't know if we could use it again because it's so recent.
Do you know when it was?
I want to say it was January of 24. Let me pull it up because I did send it.
And can you give me the full case number? I've got 24T.
1162.
Thank you.
But we could see hobbits in New Zealand.
Oops.
Legolas.
Oh, okay. The report was from October 29th of 2024.
Judge, my concern, I guess, is that, and the reason I think it needs to be an additional alcohol evaluation is that this is a first felony. And that I know when you get to the fourth, or actually anything after 1, they start evaluating your track levels for what you need to complete or what they recommend. That was my concern, but I'm open to whatever the court feels is appropriate.
All right, I think we're going to need probably an updated At least an alcohol eval. I think we're right on that cusp of a year. Ms. Vardy, do you want to set this over for a plea? We could set it over for next week. Does that give us enough time?
I think it's fine. 'Cause when's our next docket? Is it November 10th?
No, after that. So I've got October 27th, which is next week, or November 10th.
If we can do November 10th, that would be great.
Okay. And I'll set this for dispo.
Yes, please.
Okay. And I will set this at 2 p.m. on November 10th. Mr. Lopez, does that work? Okay. Ms. Vardy, anything additional?
No, not at this time. Thank you.
Okay. All right. We'll see you back, sir. We'll be in recess. My name is Davis.
She takes so long in between cases that I keep missing the very beginning.
Here in person.
All right, we are set for status on the complaint, and I think we have probation as well.
Glenn Dominguez for probation.
Ms. Quantock, how are we proceeding?
Judge, we would be asking the court to set over to, I would ask for the November 24th docket for one additional status. I've been speaking with the people and they are asking for that as well, is my understanding, to see some compliance from Mr. Brown prior to any resentencing.
All right, Ms. Davis, or probation?
And apologies for interrupting. Yes, Your Honor, the people here, I'm just asking to make sure that I can see full compliance. He has been very compliant and probation and working with probation and in contact with probation. So there's just, I want to make sure that he continues that progress in order to be more in agreement with the recommended sentencing options here.
Okay. Probation, anything additional?
No concerns at this time.
Okay. All right, court's going to set this for continued status on November 24th. Yeah. We'll set this at 1:30. Mr. Brown, does that work? Okay, and what I'm hearing from probation is you need to continue to be in compliance. All right, until I see you back again, that's going to be November 24th, 1:30 in the same courtroom. All right, you're welcome. Okay. Court is calling People versus Ryan Lammer, which is 25 CR 17. If I can have appearances.
Lene Davis for the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Amber St. Clair on behalf of Mr. Lummer, who appears in person on bond this afternoon.
All right, I set this for a status and a plea cutoff. Looks like we are set for motions in a jury trial.
That is correct, Your Honor. I don't believe that we've reached a disposition, so if the court would like to make a Lafler record.
All right, for the people.
Thank you, Your Honor. Here, the people would like to make a law for record I will just note that the offer in this case, and of course, that is when my computer decides to freeze. I apologize. One moment, Your Honor. The offer in this case would be to an F5 burglary of a building and an F4 motor vehicle theft with sentencing open, but a waiver of the 2 prior felony rule. And at this time, that offer would be revoked.
All right, Mr. Lammer, do you understand that? Have you had an opportunity to speak with your client regarding that offer? I'm so sorry. Have you not had an opportunity to speak with your attorney?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I will note that for the record. Missing clear. Let's see, we have motions.
Give them on the 30th, Your Honor. I really didn't file any evidentiary motions. I would just ask to keep that date so we could do some housekeeping because I haven't tried a case in front of you yet. And so just
Okay, I'll retain that motion's date. I just had noted in the record that I didn't have any substantive motions filed at this time. So we'll retain motions hearing on October 30th at 2 p.m.
thank you.
You're
Appreciate it.
welcome. I'll see you back. All right, my last 1:30 is Gallegos Trujillo. Are we ready on that? Thought I saw, maybe they're talking.
And Your Honor, we are, and I think he just stepped out.
Okay.
But yes, we are, Your Honor.
Ms. Quantic, it looks like Patrick Trujillo is a writ failure. Do you want me to go ahead and call that?
Yes, we can call that.
Okay. Court is calling People versus Patrick Trujillo, 25 CR 1915. If I can have appearances.
Lenny Davis for the people.
Megan Quantock on behalf of Mr. Trujillo, who does not appear.
All right. And again, for the record, it looks like there was a writ failure from DOC. I will note for the record, this is his first arraignment. Ms. Quantock, are you just asking to reset this?
Yes, please, Judge. And it looks like, I know when we put in the writ, I believe we thought he was at DRDC, and now I think he is at Crowley potentially. So
Okay.
those should probably work going forward. I would ask for a video writ, and I'd ask to go a little bit further out so that I will have time to go see him before the next date.
Would November 10th work?
I'll be out for that docket. Could we do the 24th, please?
And I know Ms. Davis will be out on the 24th, but if I said on the 24th, Ms. Davis with coverage, could we do that?
I just won't be able to discuss anything beforehand.
We can
Do you want me to
go
send
to
it?
the December one if everyone's okay with that.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
fine with me.
All right, I will set this for a continued arraignment on December 10th. Let's do 2:30 p.m. for a video writ from Crowley. And anything additional?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, we'll be in recess. Interpreter. Got it. All right, court is calling People versus Jacob Gallegos Trujillo in both matters, 25 CR 942, 25 CR 987, if I can have appearances.
Lenny Davis for the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Brad Lozo, my registration's 12639. Mr. Trio appears by my side and I appear on both matters, Your Honor.
All right, the court has received
Oh my
in 25
gosh. I promise I'm not going to get a trial with that guy. Thumbnails are difficult. That guy would put us all to sleep.
CR 942, a petition to enter a plea of guilty with findings of domestic violence per statute. And I've received also for that matter a stipulation for deferred judgment and sentence. So council, walk me through this. Does this resolve both cases?
Yes, Your Honor, it'd be a deferred judgment and sentence in the one case and the other case being completely dismissed.
Okay. So this would just be on 942 with a dismissal of 987. Is that correct? Okay.
It is, Your Honor, all correct.
Okay.
And my client has a copy of the paperwork in front of him.
Great. All right. Mr. Gallegos Trujillo, I'm going to walk you through this. Make sure you understand what you're doing today, okay? Just make sure that microphone's in front of you so I get a good record. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to think clearly?
No.
All right. This tells me that you wish to plead guilty to count 3, criminal attempt to commit stalking, which is a class 6 felony. That carries with it a sentencing range in the Department of Corrections from 1 year to 2 years, a fine from $1,000 to $100,000, as well as a mandatory period of parole of 1 year would be added to a Department of Corrections sentence. Do you understand that sentencing range the court can consider?
Yes.
Okay. When it comes to sentencing, I understand that there has been a stipulation for deferred judgment and sentence for a period of 18 months. Do you understand that agreement?
Yes.
Okay. When it comes to sentencing, I'm going to listen to argument from the people, from your attorney, and anything you'd like me to know, but ultimately sentencing is up to the court. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand you would not be able to withdraw your plea of guilty if you do not like or disagree with the sentence that I impose?
Yes.
Okay. Looking at the petition. Counsel, I'm just going to note that there's findings of domestic violence pursuant to statute. Mr. Gallegos Trujillo means that this occurred with an intimate partner. Counsel, any objection to the court entering those findings?
None to any of those, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, looking at page 7, Mr. Gallegos Trujillo, it looks like you signed this in the presence of your attorney on October 11th. Does that sound correct?
Yes.
Okay. And counsel, looks like you signed page 8. Does that also look correct?
Yes.
It is, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Gallegos Trujillo, that tells me that you had an opportunity to go through this entire document with your attorney. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you have an opportunity to ask him questions regarding your rights and the rights that you give up by pleading guilty?
Yes.
Okay. One of those rights you give up by pleading guilty is your right to go to a jury trial. At a jury trial, the people would have to prove every element of every charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand by pleading guilty today, you give up that right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, pleading guilty could impact your ability to remain in this country?
Yes.
Have you been satisfied with the advice of your attorney?
Yes.
Have you had enough time to speak with them about how you want to proceed?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you, threatened you, or coerced you to get you to enter into a plea of guilty?
No.
Do you need any additional time to speak with your attorney?
No.
All right. For the people, is there a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor, on April 26, 2025, at or around 1180 South Reed Way, Lakewood, Jefferson County, Colorado, the defendant had been contacting the named victims in this case via Facebook Messenger and made derogatory remarks and threatening remarks towards a separate male that the named victim had went on a single date with, and somehow he knew about that. I will note that for this, these messages continued even then to the named victim's sister, and they were asked to stop. At this point, Your Honor, would you care for any further recitation of facts, or is that, I believe that covers all of the elements under this plea.
I do too. Thank you, Ms. Davis, for that. All right, Mr. Gallegos Trujillo, that is the factual basis you'd be pleading guilty to today. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, at this time, how do you plead to count 3 criminal attempt to commit stalking, which is a class 6 felony?
Guilty.
The court will find that the plea has been made knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. Defendant understands his rights, the nature of the charges, and the possible penalties. Defendant has been represented by effective and competent counsel. A factual basis has been established. The court will accept the plea of guilty to count 3. I will dismiss the outstanding counts 1 and 2. The court additionally will dismiss case number 25 CR 987. And then Mr. Laszlo, do you want to get us started with argument regarding the deferred judgment and sentence?
My client has no criminal history, Your Honor. He has fully acknowledged his responsibility in this matter. He has undergone anger management counseling to date. I think he'll be successful on the deferred judgment, Your Honor. Unless the court has other questions, I would ask the court to accept the disposition of the parties.
Okay. Ms. Davis?
Thank you, Your Honor. And Your Honor, I will note that the named victim Faith is present in the courtroom. However, I will read her statement to you.
Okay.
Your Honor, I want to begin by acknowledging the impact that the situation has had on my life. While it has not been easy to go through, I stand here today not out of anger, but with the desire to bring healing and understanding. Jacob's actions have affected my life in many ways, both good and bad. I've had time to reflect on the situation, and just as God has forgiven me for my sins, I too must forgive Jacob for his transgressions. I have felt the weight of this experience, but I also believe in the power of growth, change, and forgiveness. Holding on to resentment will not undo what happened. Therefore, I choose instead to let go of anger so that I can move forward in peace, and I pray Jacob can do the same. I want the court to know that I do not wish for Jacob to be defined forever by his prior actions. I truly hope that he uses this as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to make positive changes in his life. I believe that people are capable of transformation when given the chance, and I want to encourage a path that leads to healing, accountability, and becoming a better person. I offer my forgiveness, not to erase what happened, but to allow for all of us the chance to move forward without bitterness. My hope is for a positive outcome that helps Jacob find responsibility, redemption, and a renewed purpose in life. Thank you, Your Honor, for giving me this opportunity to share my perspective. And then, Your Honor, here, people obviously made an offer of deferred judgment in this case because the defendant here has no criminal history. He is young. He does have a chance to be able to get past this and have it later removed from his record, showing that he can be accountable and can be held responsible. I do think it is worth noting that he has, through his attorney, wanted to take responsibility for his actions here, and we have come to this resolution. And he has not shied away from wanting to take responsibility here. I do note that when I first read this case, I was extremely concerned. But then seeing the work that is done and having talked with the named victim here, I do see that this is an opportunity for him to be able to move forward and to be able to get past this, knowing that he does have a felony conviction that could be hanging over his head. So long as he makes sure to do everything he's been doing previously to this, he should have no problem getting past this, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Gallegos Trujillo, anything you would like me to know regarding sentencing?
No, that'll be all.
Okay, any restitution, Ms. Davis?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, and from defense counsel, any pre-sentence confinement credit I need to note?
About 7 is his recollection here.
Okay, about 7 days.
I should have confirmed that, I'm sorry.
Okay. If there's any change, you can file to modify that, but we'll just note there's 7 days pre-sentence confinement credit. Mr. Gallegos Trujillo, as to count 3, I'm going to sentence you to 18 months of deferred judgment and sentence. You went through this paperwork with your attorney. It's very important that you are in full compliance with probation for the full 18 months. If you are successful and you complete probation, the felony conviction will not enter into your record. If you are not, I would see you back and we would be in a different stage, okay? What I'm hearing from your attorney is that you have taken responsibility and accountability for your actions. It was probably very scary for the victim, but that shows me that you can continue to work and be compliant with probation, that you've been engaged with anger management. I would agree with Ms. Davis, you're very young, okay? You can turn this around. And comply with probation, get all the support that you need so that this doesn't happen again, okay? Because my job is to make sure that the community is safe. And I think that you can be very successful. So I'm going to order the 18 months deferred judgment and sentence. I'm not ordering any restitution. I will just note for the minimus that there's 7 days pre-sentence confinement credit. I'm going to order that you check in with probation on the second floor of the courthouse before you leave today. And again, good communication with your probation officer and make sure you understand what you need to comply with, okay? All right, and I wish you good luck, sir, and I hope that you can be very successful in this.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
Your Honor, thank you. I'll walk him down.
Okay, thank you. We'll be in recess.
Stalking. I'm not going to get started on that conversation about stalking because it'll go on for a while. All right. I'm going to bump it ahead a little bit. Interpreter. I can't read that though. I don't know what kind of interpreter.
And are we ready on that matter? Yes. Can I go ahead and call that? Okay.
Is this judge a
Or I
keeper
can
or,
call Emma,
move
would that
on
be
to a
a
different
quick
judge?
matter?
Oh,
Okay,
Terry.
then we'll just wait.
Terry already answered my question, guys. Oh, yeah. You can have anything you want, Zach. You just walk up and take it. Thank you, CJ. When I was downstairs, the cats destroyed my monitors. So I have 2 TVs. And it's grainy. Like I can't read small text. I would like to see her challenged.
All right. Court is calling People versus Santos Ordonez Diaz, 25 CR 44, if I can have appearances. Ms. Davis, this is your matter, sorry.
Lene Davis for the people, Your Honor.
And this.
And Megan Quantock on behalf of Mr. Ordonez Diaz, who appears here in person on bond with the assistance of a Spanish interpreter.
The court received the unopposed motion to continue. Ms. Quantock, do you want to walk me through this? And
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. So Judge, as I noted in there, the people did notify me when we were setting the dates originally, that one of the officers was unavailable.
Okay.
At that time, I didn't know what motions I was filing. And also with the availability from the court, we wanted to just get it set, and then hopefully proceed with that hearing if it had been possible with the officer. Because when looking at the other motion states, it wasn't going to work. And we're unfortunately in that same position now, between myself and Ms. Davis and the court's availability, that we can't fit a motions hearing in with the officer's availability prior sufficiently in advance of the current trial setting, as we would need some time for a transcript as well. So that is why we were making that request. We also have been in communication about a disposition here. I had relayed a potential counteroffer to the people, maybe only about a week and a half ago, and they have to do VRA due diligence on that as well. Everyone involved in the case is Spanish speaking, so I know that kind of doubles time for my end and Ms. Davis's end when we're doing negotiations. So given all of those separate issues, we are asking essentially to continue all of the currently set dates, the disposition deadline, the motions hearing, and the jury trial, in hopes that we can be prepared for all of those next settings and have time for a transcript if it proceeds to trial after the motions hearing.
And have you cleared new dates?
We have looked at some options, Judge. We, I believe, are both available for any of the March, I'm sorry, for the January, either of the January motions hearing dates, and then either of the March trial dates. Or I'm also available the other April one, but I know that's pretty close to speedy. What would be new speedy? And Mr. Ordonez Diaz would be waiving speedy trial as of today for this request.
What would new speedy?
That would be then April 20th, 2026.
Okay. All right, so if we're looking at January, I've got the 23rd or the 30th.
And I can accept either of those. I would defer to the people.
And, Your Honor, I'm also able to accept either of those. So if we want to do the 23rd, since there's two options, that works for me.
Okay, let's do January 23rd at 10 a.m. I want that there's motions filed.
That's correct, Judge. And there's one testimonial. I don't think it will take the hearing. I think still wouldn't take much more than an hour, probably.
Correct.
And then we are looking at a 3-day jury trial with speedy 420. Which of the jury trial dates did you say cleared?
And Your Honor, just because I know we just said on the 17th to the 20th, if we could set the 31st. Knowing we don't need the 4 days, whatever works best for everyone involved is fine with me.
And I can accept the March 31st through April 3rd as well. I have no issue with if we want to just set it then, but I could note that we don't need, I don't believe that we'll need the 4 days, or if the court for their calendar wants to set just 3 days within there, I'm fine with that as well.
Okay, court will set jury trial to start on April 31st through, March 31st through April 2nd.
Monica, thank you. Thank you, Monica, for the cheers. Cheers. I love that they're called cheers. It makes me want to drink, though. Speaking of bottoms up, where is Josh?
December
Bottoms
date
up,
for a
guys. Time to
plea
wake up.
cutoff. Would the 15th work? Or I could set out till January 5th.
Oh, Josh is flying
Either of those
home
days work for
today.
Me.
We won't
so
see
whatever,
him. He's
Mr.
busy.
Ordonez Diaz is available.
Would we be able to do the December 10th?
Yeah, let's do that.
On my screen, it
December
looks like a
10th.
toddler is standing beside the lawyer.
At 3 p.m.
Should I call him?
This contract could just inquire if that works for your client.
Yes, Your Honor. Interpreter, I apologize if you could just inquire with him if he heard those dates and if that works. Those all work for him. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and Mr. Ordonez Diaz, I just want to make sure that you're in agreement on how we're.
Because I think we're going to do something backwards this coming week. So I work every day again. So I'm going to record a new judge, and then we're going to see the new judge the next day. But instead of starting at the beginning of the docket, I'm going to go towards the middle end of the docket. I think we're going to get more betters near the end. I think they try to do the easy ones at the beginning, and that's what we're watching.
Proceeding today. All right, with the continuance, it extends speedy trial till April 20th of 2026. Sir, are you in agreement with that?
All right, I'm going to test that theory right now. Let's see how far we have. Okay. Let's go. This will be our last one if we can get there. Hold on.
And from
Hold on. 121.
We would also ask the court to toll
Not this
speedy
guy.
trial and set us on November 24th. I can tell the court that people did get me the paperwork on last week, and Mr. Dion does want the court to know he is likely to enter into that disposition. There are just a couple of logistics that we are still working out.
All right, any objection to continuing this matter to November 24th, Mr. Murtsky?
However the court wishes to do this, the people are okay with a continuance or a not guilty plea with a waiver and tolling, either way that the court wishes.
Okay, I'm just gonna note we were set for disposition today. The court's inclined, due to statements by counsel, to continue the disposition and set on the 24th. And I will
That's
set
fine,
that.
thank you.
And does 1:30 on the 24th work?
That does for me. Yes, Judge, thank you.
That works for the people. I guess I would just ask, make sure that a continuation of this rather than a not guilty plea is what the defendant and counsel wishes.
Yes, I'm fine with that. Okay, thank you.
All right, I will see you back on the 24th at 1:30. Mr. Dion will be in recess.
Thank you, Judge.
Have an ugly day that day.
She's just this. Two locations in the US, new case that's also.
Him from community supervision. That being said, Judge, we do understand where we're at in terms of having a prior revocation in this case already. So Mr. Salazar does want to note for the court that he is absolutely willing to do a probationary sentence. But if the court is unwilling to do a reinstatement of probation, we would ask the court for a short jail sentence here. Mr. Salazar has done a pretty lengthy amount of time in custody on this case over the course of the case. Today would be 169 days. I know the court is able to, or that credit is discretionary to the court if the court is doing a 60/60 or 90/90 or anything in that regard. So we would ask the court to consider a sentence of that type even without credit if the court deems that appropriate, to give Mr. Salazar a bit of a punishment in terms of a jail sentence, but without sentencing him to one of the more serious things of ICCS or of Department of Corrections, given the nature of this case, but also given the fact that Mr. Salazar has not been picking up additional cases in recent times at all. This is a 2023 case, and I believe he has one 2024 misdemeanor case, and those are that's the only thing that
I'm
he
not
has
talking.
had since this one. So he certainly, I think probation has done its job in the sense of he has not been picking up new cases in the last year. When Mr. Salazar was reinstated by this court the last time, he did report to probation upon his release from custody, as is noted in the complaint. And then what happened, unfortunately, is that Mr. Salazar got news very quickly of a death in his family, a family member who lives in Alamosa. And so he went there to be a part of that, the funeral and all of those things and being with family, and then just basically got stuck out there and wasn't able to get back to Jefferson County. And then admittedly got scared about what the repercussions could have been and then didn't check back in when he did get here. And he does absolutely apologize to the court for that and take accountability for that. But as I said, I think in the sense of not getting new cases, Mr. Salazar has been doing well in that sense. At this last court appearance, when he admitted on his complaint, his partner was here and she was extremely supportive. She noted that she also is going through recovery and has been doing some IOP classes at Hazelbrook, and that is something that she wants to have Mr. Salazar go do with her. So I think that he is someone who will continue to seek treatment on his own, regardless of court supervision or probation supervision. And so I did want to note that for the court, he has been doing medical assisted treatment as much as he has been able to when he was out of custody as well. So given all those factors, Judge, and the time that he has spent in custody, our request from the court would be either a chance on probation again for Mr. Salazar or a short jail sentence here to reflect the seriousness of the offense, but also to reflect what Mr. Salazar has not done pending while on probation, which I understand that he had difficulties checking in, but he also hasn't been committing new crimes. And I think that's a really important point for him.
Montauk, did you discuss his acceptance in a recovery court?
Oh, Judge, that I did not see. Did that just get filed? I apologize.
It's filed on the 16th.
And he was accepted for that?
He was. So he's accepted into ICCS as well as recovery court.
Okay, thank you, Judge. I did see the ICCS one. When I spoke with him, I didn't know yet about recovery court, but I discussed the possibility and that screen was pending. And then we talked about what recovery court is. That is something he's also absolutely willing to do.
Okay. All right, for the people.
Judge, I also did not know.
What was that?
Had been accepted into recovery court. I will tell you that the court, the probation officer has indicated that she believes that closing the case unsuccessfully with a period of incarceration is appropriate. Where I am concerned with that is there's no real good place in terms of ICCS, because I think if given the amount of time he would be in the community corrections program, I don't know that there would be a benefit to that. And I don't want to just ask for the maximum sentence yet, but this has affected the named victim greatly. There was a $7,000 restitution.
What?
Whoa. Okay.
There was a $7,000 restitution order for this named victim because all of the tools that were in the vehicle and how this has affected his life and has essentially taken away his livelihood. So I'm not going to object to a recovery court sentence, but I am going to put a note in, if the court's willing to do that, that I will be asking for a much longer, basically a maximum sentence if he gives away this opportunity. And the reason I'll be asking for it then, if he fails at this opportunity, is because recovery court is a great program. And if you
Now we know. There was a lady, an inmate in red, out of the view to the left. We saw her earlier walking around with the bailiff. That was her. That was that inmate. So I believe, I don't know, the other inmates were in orange. I believe red, what might possibly mean mental health court. I don't know.
fail at recovery court, it's not because you don't have people and resources working for your benefit. And I hope that he takes advantage of this and does a good job. Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Salazar. Oh, and I will just note for the record, previously ordered was $7,000 in restitution. Mr. Salazar, what would you like me to know regarding sentencing?
Just that I'm sorry about all this and
So I just want to ask you, sir, because I am looking at, if you are accepted into recovery court, that would be a consideration, and I'm looking at a jail sentence for you. Just hearing your attorney note that you are preparing to have an aftercare program, such as with your significant other and in Hazelbrook. It looks like you were on Matt as well, just to help you recover. Do you think recovery court, would you be willing to do that? Do you think
Yeah.
it'd be beneficial?
yeah, I think it would. It sounds like a good opportunity.
Okay. All right. As to count 2, Mr. Salazar, I'm going to sentence you to recovery court. Okay. When you get down to recovery court, they are going to do the formal sentencing there. Okay.
Okay.
Because I've resentenced you, I'm going to continue the order that you still owe $7,000 in restitution. I will note your pre-sentence confinement credit in this case is 162 days. I believe recovery court sentences on Friday at 1:30. I'm pleased to see that you're willing and able to do recovery court. I think it's an amazing program. And hopefully with your struggling issues, this can get you the support you need, sir. Okay, I do hear the concerns from the district attorney. This is the second time you have had issues with probation. So I'm hoping this extra support is what you need to stay productive and sober, because that maintains community safety, and that's really my goal. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I wish you the best of luck. Is there anything additional?
Sorry, no, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Good luck, sir.
All right, thank
And can we call Miss Armstrong? All right. Court is
I
calling
was
both
gonna
matters
end,
for People versus
but I don't know if Miss Armstrong is the lady in red, so I'm staying.
Lily Armstrong, 24 CR 929, 24 CR 1294. If I can have appearances.
Lene Davis for the people.
Your Honor, Sarah Vardy, on behalf of Miss Armstrong, standing in for Miss Chandler. Miss Armstrong is in custody, but is present in the courtroom to my left.
All right.
I don't know what's about to happen, but watch your ears. Just protect your ears for what might happen. Nothing might happen. She might be under control.
And we are set for a hearing regarding the complaint that was filed with probation. Ms. Vardy, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, I do have concerns and would ask the court to order a competency evaluation. Miss Chandler indicated she would follow up with a written record, but I think just given my brief experiences this afternoon, I think that's most prudent.
Noting without further information, the court can't make any determinations. I will grant that request. We will order a competency evaluation for Ms. Armstrong. I will set her back on the docket in the morning, so Ms. Chandler will be present. Ms. Vardy, I can set that over for 1 week, or we can set it out a little bit until November 10th. We're looking at
I think let's do November 10th because I think this proceedings should be on hold now and she would retain her right to the hearing within 14 days, but we're now at a pause. So I think we're fine to set it out past.
Okay. I'm going to set this on November 10th we'll set this at 8:30. I will bring Miss Armstrong over in person. And we'll set this for status. All right, thank you for stepping in, Miss Vardy, and we'll be in recess.
Nothing happened. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I thought it would. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, guys. Thanks for coming out today. Again, I'm sorry I was late. I gotta get OJ set up before I have to get my daughter to work. Guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna see you again real soon, okay? I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. When I'm waiting tables today with these people, I'm gonna be thinking about you guys. That's what gets me through my day. Bye, guys.
Well, I thought I'd write a happy song. I found a chat room where I belong. You don't know how much it means to me. With such a groove, I'm less lonely. Oh, Kathy's the creator. She's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her smile shines bright. She's got that grace. Come join the fun. It's a welcome and play. I can count on distraction from my pain. 'Cause this creator takes you there and back again. Kathy is the heart here, always in stride. Her work is hard, but her joy she can't hide. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her style is classy, she's always top shelf. Don't take my word, come and see for yourself. It's a guaranteed good time. Oh, Kathy's the creator. She's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her smile shines bright. She's got that grace. Come join the fun. It's a welcoming place. And so, in conclusion,